Hello everyone, it is Alphaverse and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon GO. And today we got some really amazing news for Pokemon GO outside of my beard being shaved or my Giovanni haircut. I mean, at this point I'm basically cosplaying like Giovanni from Team Rocket. I mean, I got off... I don't know, I just kind of like this haircut with the style, I guess. So you guys can leave your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. But Niantic has finally responded. They finally made a statement, but at the same time, they honestly could not make a statement. Let's be fair here. Like, the way that Pokemon GO right now is going downhill, is hurting the company in so many ways that, you know, you're never going to get the original hype back that it once had. But hopefully, they will be able to restore some of it. Let's go over the statement right here. Trainers, as many of you know, we recently made some changes to Pokemon GO. We have removed the 3-step display in order to improve upon the underlying design. The original feature, although enjoyed by many, was also confusing and did not meet our underlying product goals. Now that's interesting because I honestly don't know what was confusing about the previous, you know. I guess if you're talking about just the only 3 steps thing, then I understand that that was really confusing. But before that, whenever the servers always went down, you guys remember that good old days? I mean, at that time, the tracker was working perfectly fine. 3 steps, it's pretty far away. 2 steps, it's relatively close. 1 step, it's really close. No steps, it can pop up at any given point right now. I mean, that was great. Everybody understood that. Like, everybody liked using that tracker system, so I just don't understand why there's such a huge fuss about removing it, putting it back, but then a little bit and then removing it completely and then putting it back in. I hope for Niantic that the next tracker version that they're gonna be adding inside of the game is first of all gonna be better than the original and better be fast, because I mean a lot of people, including some of you guys, are undoubtedly upset about the current changes in Pokemon GO. But good side, we will keep you guys posted as we strive to improve this feature. So they are going to be working on it. It is going to be coming back. That is confirmed. And finally they responded. At least they gave a statement. You know, it's not perfect. It's not what we wanted. But at least they actually did say something. Then next up we got... We limited access by third-party services which are interfering with our ability to maintain quality of service for our users and to bring Pokemon GO to users around the world. So you can look this from different angles here. Angle number 1 would be that Niantic or Pokemon GO is blaming sites like Pokevision that they aren't able to globally bring out Pokemon GO. Which I just don't see that. I just don't see that connection. Number 2 would be is that Niantic or Nintendo have a set, you know, perspective or point of view when it comes down to Pokemon GO, so that way people don't get lazy and just search where the Pokemon are, and that way people actually have to go out in the wild and actually find these Pokemon. I think that is the more viable, you know, answer to this question. I think that is what they're talking about here, but they should kind of word it carefully because a lot of people probably interpret it in the wrong way. They also said a large number of users has made the rollout of Pokemon GO around the world an interesting challenge because the servers went down every single time, and we aren't done yet. Yes, Brazil, we want to bring the game to you and many other countries where it's not yet available. Entire continent of Africa, South America, not just Brazil, but also Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Chile, and of course Asia as well. It's not been released there either, so I kind of feel that, you know, just mentioning Brazil, I guess that the biggest complaint came from Brazil. It's completely understandable. You guys have definitely been left in the dark, and that kind of sucks. But if you still want to play, you can always do, you know, download the APK file on Google Play, or you can just make a United States App Store account or something like that, and you are able to play the game, no questions asked. So yeah, there's that. They also said, we've reached your posts and emails, and we hear the frustration from folks in places where we haven't launched yet, and for those of you who miss these features, we want to know that we've been working crazy hours to keep the game running as we continue to launch globally. If you haven't heard us tweeting much, it's because we've been heads down working on the game. That's an excuse for sure. They should have just hired a community manager with the amount of money that they've earned. but we'll do our best going forward to keep you posted on what's going on. Now that is not a guarantee here, but they say at least they're doing their best. So at least finally news when it comes down to Pokemon Go. Now there has been a little bit of something else here. I saw on Reddit that there was a Twitter account called Niantic or Pokemon GO CM, which stands for Community Manager, and someone has been actively tweeting from there. Now we do not know yet if that is real or not, or if the person is affiliated with Niantic, or if it's just a troll. I'm assuming it's a troll to this point until, of course, Niantic or Pokemon Go is stating the fact that that's actually the community manager hired for the job. It did say that on the Niantic website, the actual position of global community manager is no longer available there, so it seems that they most likely got someone for the job. So it's kind of coincidental that someone popped up called Pokemon GO CM. I don't know how you guys feel about that. If there's something like that, what I would like to see is the verification check mark on Twitter to verify that this person is real. But Ingress, which is the older brother of Pokemon Go, also does not have this verification check mark on Twitter, so you wouldn't know if the person is real or not. Either way, it is a waiting game right now. I honestly don't know how I feel about this. I don't know when the next update is going to be. I hope that the next update will be this week. I don't think it will, because we just had a relatively recent bigger update this week. But you know what? It's cool that Niantic is working on the game. At this point, I cannot even comprehend what Niantic is going through and everything. They already said like what they did with the Pokemon Go release was rather interesting. I mean, they obviously as well did not see this type of success coming. I don't think anybody did see this type of success coming, although it kind of makes sense now when we're thinking about this. I just say, like, Niantic, I got mad respect for the fact that they, you know, that they are able to sort of handling the situation, but I still think they can improve on that. They really need to have a voice. At this day and age, in 2016, you need to have a community manager ready to explain what's going on with the game. And actually, if I were to be the community manager of Pokemon Go, I would try anything to get as much info out there as I possibly can and not leave people in the dark so much, because look at the ratings, 1.5 stars out of 5. That is crazy. So that is something that I feel it's kind of unheard of. Going from a solid 4 to a 1.5 is a pretty big drop if you ask me. But yeah, that's kind of it for the news for Pokemon Go. I hope that you guys are still enjoying the game, even though the tracker system is broken. But you know, I would say rest assured Niantic is working on it, but we kind of know how that goes by now. So